From Season 3, Episode 10, Revelations, Chapter 2 finally reveals what has been growing inside of Fatima, Pega Gafuri. Fatima first discovers that she is pregnant in Season 2, even though she was told she could not have kids. This miracle quickly turns into a nightmare as the pregnancy causes Fatima to eat rotten vegetables, consume blood from a dead body, and to even kill Tilly, Deborah Grover, in from Season 3, Episode 7. An ultrasound is also unable to detect any baby growing inside of Fatima, making it seem as though she is not pregnant. However, Elgin, Nathan D. Simmons, knows that she is pregnant with a baby that is not her own and traps her in the town's root cellar. From's ghost lady makes Elgin believe that Fatima giving birth is the key to finding a way home and that he must accelerate the baby's birth by feeding Fatima his own blood. As From's characters desperately search for Fatima, she is forced to give birth in the Season 3 finale, and the source of her unnatural pregnancy becomes clear. Fatima's baby was a resurrected version of the Smiley monster. Smiley was killed in Season 2. The Smiley creature on the bus in from Season 2. After Fatima gives birth, the ghostly kimono woman takes the baby into the tunnels where From's monsters live and where they are gathered in a ritualistic circle. She places the placenta in the center of the circle and watches with the other monsters as the fully grown Smiley monster, Jamie Maguire, emerges from the placenta. Fatima's cravings for rotten vegetables, blood, and killing Tilly all make sense given that these desires stemmed from the bloodthirsty monster growing inside her. This also explains why the ultrasound was unable to detect a human baby. Boyd Stevens, Harold Perrineau, descends into the tunnels and watches from the shadows in horror as Smiley is reborn. In Season 2, Boyd kills Smiley by cutting the monster's throat and then placing his infected blood against the wound. This is the only instance so far when the residents have managed to kill the monsters, which makes it all the more disturbing for Boyd to see that this one victory against them has been stripped away, as Smiley is reborn, and it is as if he never killed him in the first place. Why the Smiley monster was resurrected as Fatima's baby. The monsters targeted her a reason. Smiley's resurrection confirms that the monsters never really die. This is further solidified by Fatima's newfound understanding that the monsters were people in the town who sacrificed their children in exchange for immortality. Smiley's death was only temporary, and he was always going to be reborn. Fatima's womb was chosen to resurrect him since she is unable to give birth to human children, and as a way for the town to break her and her loved ones. The timeline of Smiley's death and Fatima realizing she was pregnant works, as Smiley dies in Season 2, Episode 6, and it is in the Season 2 episodes after this that Fatima realizes she is pregnant. This means that almost immediately after Boyd killed him, Smiley began reforming inside of Fatima. Despite what many from characters believe, killing the monsters ultimately does little good, as the monsters' immortality will enable them to be reborn. How will Fatima's monster baby save everyone in town? Smiley's rebirth only saves the monsters. Fatima loses a tooth in from Season 3, EP2. The kimono woman told Elgin that Fatima's baby would save the township's residents and would allow them to find a way home. This turns out to be a lie, much like the voices in Season 1 lying to Sarah Myers, Avery Conrad, about her securing the residents' freedom if she killed specific individuals. The kimono woman was manipulating Elgin's compassionate, naive nature, and the connection he felt to Fatima because of how she helped him adjust to life in the town and at Colony House. Elgin thought the kimono woman was an angel, but she was just another monster. Fatima's baby was never going to save the residents and was only ever going to help the monsters. Not all hope is lost, though, as the finale makes it seem as though the key to defeating the monsters and finding a way home is tied to Tabitha Matthews, Catalina Sandino Moreno, and Jade Herrera, David Alperi, saving the Ankui children and setting them free. This is likely the only thing that can save the residents, who will now have to contend with Smiley again as he re-emerges every night to terrorize From's characters.